Hey OG, nice kicks. Keeping it 100 about these kicks I bought. The channel about the kicks and nothing but the kicks. Raw and uncut. Okay, let's do this. Hey OGs, OGers, or the OG crew, whatever I dubbed you guys back in previous episodes. Welcome to this episode. I think it's episode 63, maybe. Hopefully I'm right, but if not, you'll see what the number is when you click on this YouTube episode. So welcome to this episode. In this episode, we're going to talk about the Air Jordan Retro 10s in my collection. This is another pair. This is the oldest pair. As you can see, they probably need to be cleaned up and polished. But like I said, I want to keep it raw and uncut. I pulled them out of the box. So I went into the vault and I dug in the crates and I pulled these out because I just wanted to talk about these. I have two pair of 10s and this is the original pair of 10s that I bought. So let's get into the shoe. So these are the New York City Jordan Retro 10s that came out, I'm going to say 5 or 6 years ago. They had the series where they had the New York, the LA, the Chicago. I was going to collect all the cities, but not really a huge fan of Jordan 10s, so I stopped at the New York. I just got the New York one. Actually, where I'm from, New York is our rival. Not that we can compete with New York, but we kind of look at New York as our rival. So I really didn't care about having New Yorks, but I just wanted an all black shoe. And this is back when before I started collecting retros. So at this time, when I got these, I had these as retros and I had maybe a couple pair of ones because I wasn't really into collecting sneakers back then because I had a daughter in college and I wanted to make sure I made that a priority before I started buying sneakers. So now she's graduated, grown, and college is paid for. So now I can have fun and go out here and have a little fun and get myself some sneakers. So, because I was into sneakers, but I just wasn't spending my money on that at this time. In fact, now I spend my money buying my nieces and sneakers, and them kids' sneakers are expensive. I just got my niece Cerise some sneakers the other day, and she got some Kyrie's for $80. I'm like, damn, the sneakers are expensive. But the one thing about, if I can in my family, the young ladies in my family, or any of my young, respectful nieces and nephews, the ones that reach out and have the respect and kind of reciprocate what I try to give them, which is love, and reach out and try to be a role model, I'm going to make sure at least Cerise is going to look good. She's always going to look good because I feel like if you look good, you feel good, and then you perform good. I think she's a little genius, so looking forward to seeing what she becomes in life. So anything I can do to help her be the CEO or boss that I think she's going to be, or crime boss, I don't know, I'm just joking, because she's gangsta. I call her the terror from Virginia. But these sneakers for these kids are expensive. So this is when I was just buying me something. I can get these, I got this at a Foot Locker, of course, and I got it for retail. Probably was on sale when I got them because, like I said, I wasn't a fan of 10s, but I did want some all black Jordans, and these kind of fit that mold. So as you can see, I've worn these a lot. That's the one thing I can say. I'm happy to say now that I have a collection where my rule is I only wear my sneakers once a month, so that way I don't beat them up. And usually I only wear them for a minute. If I go out to eat or just go out for a minute, I wear these. I try to wear my sneakers at least once a month. It overlaps into other months, but minimum once a month. I never wear my pair of sneakers twice a month because you can beat these things up pretty fast. And these were my black sneakers. And since I'm not really good at matching, it's like I had some all black sneakers, throw these on, throw these on, throw these on. I mean, the 10s are a comfortable sneaker. I do have the Seattle 10s, retro 10s that came out a few years ago. Got those for retail as well. Actually, my wife got me those as a gift. So I have two pair of 10s. I don't really think, unless I get the black and yellow Wu-Tang, if they come out with some black and yellow, like Wu-Tang type of 10s, maybe I'll get those if they don't already exist. But outside of that, I can't see myself getting any other 10s. 10s are a nice Jordan. I do like on the bottom of the sole, they have like all the different accomplishments and championships. But that's on the bottom of the sole. You can't really see it unless you lift your foot up. And I think it's a nice concept to have on the bottom. And before I had a pair of 10s, that was the reason why I wanted those 10s. I always saw that and I thought that was a pretty nice concept. So, but I can't see myself getting any more 10s. Like I said, unless they come out with something really, really dope, like some Wu-Tang 10s or something like that. So with all that said, which it wasn't a whole lot in this episode because I just digging in the crates, pulling out what's in my collection. And like I said before, I'm going to show my whole collection. So as promised, these are the beat up 10s that I have in the collection that I'm going to clean up before I put back in the vault. So that's something I'm going to do today. So without further ado, let's put these puppies on feet. So please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. So this is how these puppies look on feet. And actually, I haven't worn these in maybe 2 years. These are comfortable. But I think I dogged them out a little bit. I used to wear them all the time. Because back then I didn't have a whole lot of retros when I got these. I had, like I said, 2 1s, some Carolina 1s, some OG retro 1s that are probably my most expensive sneakers. Well, one of the most expensive sneakers I have in my collection. And then I had these. Because I always consider myself a sneaker head, but not a sneaker fool. Meaning I'm not going to pay a crazy amount of money for something that may have a return on investment, may not. I mean, the market goes up and down with these sneakers. So, I mean, it's a good little hustle for a lot of people. I wouldn't recommend young people you make this a career. Even some people are trying to make it a career. And like I said, it's not something I consider it not a lucrative long-term career. I mean, it's only a few people who have blown up. And most of those because they have celebrity backing or some type of backing. Just to do this on your own, I'm not going to discourage you, but it's a tough business. And the thing about it is, like I said, I'm not going to be a sneaker fool where I'm going to go out here and pay all this extra money for these sneakers just because the colorway is different or somebody else, Travis Scott's name's on it or whatever. I mean, why am I? And then if you look at the shoes are ugly. The Yeezys are ugly. The Travis Scott sneakers are ugly. I don't care what anybody say. I'm a Travis Scott fan. For a young cat, like I say, I'm an OG. Travis Scott is different. I like him, but the sneakers are ugly. I'm sorry. And just because he has his name on, people buy it. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. Maybe I'm just too old and I don't get it. And that's okay if I don't get it because it's not for me. It's for the younger folks. Like I said, these are very, very comfortable. These are the Jordan 10 NYCs. You know. I'm actually glad I didn't collect the Chicago and LA ones because, like I said, this would probably be, I have 2 pair of 10s and I'm good with that in my collection for now. Unless they come out with some Wu-Tang 10s. But unless they do that, I'll probably be stuck with these 10s. So with all that said, which I really didn't say a whole lot of anything that made any sense on this episode, peace.